Welcome back to Jersey Matters. New Jersey Congressman Albio Ceres was on the floor with rioters at the door. He tells us what it was like. Sir, thank you so much for spending some time with us this morning. It's been quite a week for you and your staff. I want to start with Wednesday and your experience. Can you just run through the day for yourself?
Well, I went to the floor to listen to the argument on both sides. And I'm sitting there in the middle of the chambers speaking to Congressman Grijalva, and all of a sudden I hear pop, pop, pop. And I said, oh my God. And then somebody yelled out, they bridged the entrance. And I see that the door swung open, about 12 police officers came. They took Pelosi out, they took Steny Hoyer out, they took Jim Clyburn out. And they shut all the doors in the chamber, and they hear banging on the door, banging, banging, and the glass broke. And one of the lieutenants says, go underneath your seat and take the gas mask out of underneath the seat, because I guess they had fire gas at the crowd. And if they would have come in, the gas would have come into the chambers. And then he said, well, go on the floor. So a lot of the members jumped to the floor. But as this is happening, there's banging going around on all the doors, basically. And I'll say, oh my God, if these people get in here. And then they decided to evacuate us through the back of the chambers. As they evacuated us through the chambers, we went down these steps and one of these hallways. I mean, their hallways down there, I don't even know where it leads to. But each hallway that we were going through, they had armed police officers at the hallway, where the other hallways met. And we just kept walking, all the members down. But it was pretty scary.
Yeah, it's interesting what you said a moment ago, because I saw you. There was a photograph of you on CNN. And I jumped up out of my seat when I saw it, and I said, that's Congressman Ceres. And you said some of the members got under their desk. In this photo, you didn't. Everybody was, a lot of people were to their desk. You were standing there, and you're an imposing figure. You're a tall man, and you're an imposing figure.
What I was trying to...
Well, go ahead.
I was trying to open this package that had the gas masks on. This package with the gas mask has a very hard plastic all around it. And I couldn't rip it. And I'm saying to myself, if I can't rip it, what about all these women that are here? So actually, I saw Jim Hines on the train coming home, and he said, I couldn't open it either. I had to use my keys. Jim Hines from Connecticut. He says, I couldn't open that package either. I had to use my house keys to open it. So I think that's one of the things that's going to come out of this, a better way to open this mask.
Well, a lot of things have to come out of this.
Yeah, absolutely.
How do you feel about impeachment?
Oh, I already signed on to it. I listened to his speech in the morning, and I couldn't believe how riled up and the crowd was in a frenzy. And when he said, we're going to go to the Capitol and I'm going to go with you, or something similar to that.
Right.
It really struck me, that this president would rile up this group of people to this level of frenzy where they were going to charge the Capitol. I mean, I really thought that the police was going to be able to hold them back, because I saw the barricades. But obviously, I don't know, some police officers did a good job, others did not do a good job.
And that has to be investigated as well, I would imagine.
Absolutely. You don't have Capitol Police taking selfies with people that just crashed the Capitol building. And they had that. Yeah. Some police also taking selfies. And I mean, it was scary. It really was.
And that cannot happen again. And it has to be secured. And I'm certain that's on the agenda of the Congress to come. But I want to get back to impeachment for just one moment.
Yeah.
Because is it worth doing, since he's leaving in a couple of weeks? Is it just to send a message?
Well, I think there's a lot of anger, and they will want to make sure that this guy doesn't come back. And if there's an impeachment and there's an article in the impeachment that he cannot serve again, that he's not fit to serve, I'm all for it. You know, what we have gone through the last 4 years is just incredible. I never thought that in this country, you know that I came from Cuba when I was a young boy.
Right.
And that somebody would try to tear down the democracy. This is how I feel of this country. And I think this president did. We are very fortunate, very, very fortunate that our institutions held. I'm talking about the courts. I'm talking about the generals who said that they served the Constitution, not one man. Because what happens in these countries when they have these takeovers, the generals fall in line with the person that's leading it. But in this country, the institution held, and we just have to make sure that we fortify it even stronger, because the institutions, the democratic institution, is what saved this country.
Well, sir, I appreciate your time. It's going to be interesting. We'll all be watching over the next couple of weeks, and I'm glad you and your staff are safe. Democratic Congressman Albio Series from New Jersey's 8th Congressional District. Still to come on Jersey Matters.
2021 marks an increase in New Jersey's minimum wage. How employees and business owners feel about the situation.